Right. And since she's never done it before, she kind of asked me what it was going to be. I said,
Okay, I'll preface it before when
I
she gets on.
right. I told her.
Okay.
Okay, we're live, so I'm gonna bring Hannah in.
I'm gonna scare her to start out.
Hey, Hannah.
Well, it's
Hey
surprised
y'all.
you got to.
Hey, so Hannah, how you doing?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just sitting here checking out the latest business
Oh
Oh,
journal.
yeah,
God.
There we
yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah. I had one like that. They make great dartboards.
Great dog boy.
Yeah.
I
So
gave Joe an
anyway,
autographed copy. Y'all like him signed.
oh, good, good. So Hannah, we were talking about cutting your budget in half, so we're gonna give you a chance to defend yourself.
Well, I hope not, because that's gonna shave off a lot of our plans for the next year.
Yeah. Well, it'll help you get rid of half your staff, and you won't have half the people problems. And now I know,
We're doing it for you.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Trying to help you out.
All right. So I know this is your first rodeo with us, really. So, really, you don't have to go over everything y'all are doing. There are a couple of things we'd like to hear about. Anything where the city is involved,
Okay.
where we are directly involved with you on something. And then, before I forget, I think there were maybe several questions about the billboards.
Okay.
And if anybody else remembers any other issues, if Danny Griffin doesn't keep that camera still, I'm gonna throw up. It was moving all over the place. All right, go ahead, Hannah. You're on.
Okay, well, I'll start with the billboards. The billboards are completely flexible. We've not committed to anything. We've just over the course of the last year, currently running through now, we were able to use ARPA dollars to place billboards. We've never been able to do a big billboard campaign, and so we use those ARPA dollars to do the billboards. We do feel like that they've been effective. We have seen some new traffic. We're trying to kind of hone out exactly where we want to locate them, but I'm completely open if you guys have suggestions or you have ideas about what we want to, what we think is best, or the location that's best, or maybe I should say region is best. We chose the ones previously based on traffic counts, and how many potential views you would be getting.
You're
Gary,
muted,
you're on
Gary.
mute.
You're mute. You're muted, Gary.
I said we're getting some feedback from somebody, so everybody mute. I
I
don't know where.
muted Danny. I muted Danny. I think that was it. We're gonna try that.
Danny Griffith, not Danny Abraham.
Right.
All right.
So I guess
So
the feedback, Hannah, like what you said, y'all are getting some positive feedback, or what was that based on?
like, for example, I don't know 100. I know that we've marketed on the coast to some degree, but we're seeing an influx of visitors from the Baton Rouge area. Again, we've done a lot of marketing. Most people want to drive around 5 hours to visit Cleveland. We've seen not as much tourism from like the Oxford area. And so we definitely wanted to look at that, using that digital billboard there in Oxford again during 50 Nights of Lights to pull that Oxford traffic hopefully back. Some of it may be because, like for us, we might go spend the weekend in Natchez or something, but like how many times are you going to do that repeatedly? You might do it this year, but then it may be another 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 years before you go do it again. We want to keep reminding people that Cleveland is a drivable destination, to come and spend the weekend or come and spend several days. We're not fully committed to, and this is why I put this on here as an additional consideration. We're not fully committed to doing it one way or another. If you feel like the coast is a better option. If you think we don't need to do this many billboards, we need to narrow it down. It's just one of those expensive items. Obviously, $60,000. I mean, you're looking at $5,000 or $6,000 a piece most of the time, depending on where they are and how long they're, you know, whether it's the digital ones versus the standard ones. It's really something that I wanted your opinions on. We think it's a good idea, but I'm open to your thoughts and ideas as well.
Okay, so are we doing any kind of analysis work on a regular basis to see zip codes where people are coming from, so that at least you can see, you know, if you put one on the coast and you're not getting any coastal zip codes, then obviously we don't need one on the coast anymore.
Right, right.
You know, all I'm saying is if there's a way to measure results, then I think it works. I'm not a marketing expert, so I don't know what's better, a billboard or a newspaper ad or what.
Well,
But
and this particular year has been an anomaly, and it's hard to determine that for sure because we had so many marketing dollars to use thanks to the ARPA funding. It's hard to say for sure that it was the billboards versus the print ads versus the digital marketing that we did. Just because we targeted key areas like Northeast Mississippi and like the coast. It's really hard to determine whether it was the billboards or whether it was the digital marketing, the boosted ads. You know, we also spent a good bit of time, we geofenced every home SEC game. Well, not SEC, but Ole Miss, Mississippi State, and LSU. We geofenced the football game during the tailgate football game time period and sent targeted ads to all the people that would have been visiting that stadium during that time. So again, it's really hard to determine which thing made the most impact. So I don't know if I can quantify it for sure, but I can certainly get you some more information on it if that would be helpful.
Are you continuing those other things?
We're doing as much as we can. Some of it boils down to what you guys want us to do. Some of it boils, you know, what our final budget looks like and how we divide up. We still have $130,000 committed simply to marketing Visit Cleveland.
But that does not include enough for the billboards.
Well,
I have plans for that.
If we did, it would reduce the 130 by 60,000.
And you have things planned with that money already.
yeah, well, I mean, you know, Hannah, the one
print ads, and you know, we would want to continue all the social boosting and the print ads. Unfortunately, print ads are also in the good magazines like Country Roads and Travel and Leisure and stuff like that. They're really expensive.
Yeah. And not everybody reads magazines anymore.
That's right. That's right.
One thing I want to mention, billboards do work. In retail, we do see a influx of people from the coast. Louisiana has been awesome to us. Arkansas has been awesome. Tennessee has been great. We do see a lot of people from Oxford. We get a ton of business in Cleveland, you know, within a 50-mile radius of Greenville, Greenwood, Clarksdale, Grenada. But I love the thought that you're doing, trying to go out to Columbus, to the coast. People come spend the night, spend their money, and they love downtown Cleveland. So I think it's something to consider.
Well, I mean, our tourism dollars are certainly indicative of some marketing success. We don't want to decrease it. That's not what our goal was for this discussion. Was, you know, but it was a $60,000 increase, and obviously we wanted to have some idea. Okay, so back to Marcy's question where she was. Are you going to continue to have that much other money in your budget to work with?
Well, there's just over 200,000 specifically committed to tourism in general. 130 of that is specifically marketing and advertising. A lot of the
That's
other
in your
dollars-
ongoing budget?
That's in our typical operating budget.
Okay, all right.
That's roughly about what we spent last year as well. The difference is last year we had all the ARPA dollars on top of the 120-ish, I mean, the 220, something like that, $1,000 that we had.
Okay.
So it's like I said, it's kind of hard to quantify.
Paul, you're muted.
Just simply because we had so many extra marketing dollars over the course of the past 18 months.
I think Paul had something to say.
Yeah, I was asking you, I thought you had mentioned that you would like to see a billboard up in the Memphis area, you know, to draw, whether, and you know, you put it at the conjunction of the interstates or wherever that would, where I know you can't just say I want it right here. You got to find where there's an availability.
Right.
But, and I kind of very good to draw some of that Memphis crowd, the right crowd.
That's a good area to draw from. A lot of it.
You know, even if it's out in the Germantown area or somewhere, you know, if you want.
And
But-
Little Rock, Arkansas.
Huh?
Little Rock, Arkansas is a big draw to Cleveland, Mississippi. I looked up, Sarah Huckabee Sanders was standing in my store at Christmas shopping.
Wow.
Governor of Arkansas.
Huh.
Well, and like I said, this is all we can figure out how y'all want to do this. If you like the billboard idea and you also agree it's good, we can continue to have discussions on what you want to invest in that. I mean, we're obviously able to continue doing the artwork and that sort of thing. Some of these billboards that I mentioned were the ones that we already have in place. So we typically get a better deal on some of the ones we already have in place, but we have not committed to any of this. So I'm happy to explore Germantown, Memphis area and Little Rock area. Certainly those are drivable and I would think would definitely capture some audiences. We just want to look at the traffic counts and make sure that it's worth the money.
When you say you had a $200,000 tourism budget, what was your current, before you asked for a $60,000 increase, what was your current billboard budget?
Ooh, we spent more than 60 this past year. Let me
So
see.
you're
That's
looking
what
at
she was
double.
saying, Danny. She had a bunch of grant money she was spending.
I missed. Okay.
Yeah, we actually had more. The ones that we kind of pitched to you guys, the Highway 78 between Tupelo and Memphis, the Highway 72 Corinth to Pickwick, the digital one in Oxford, I-55. I know I'm probably missing one or two. Those were the ones that we felt like we did the best with this year. But that's, again, we can keep them, we can change them, and we can certainly look into what it would cost to do some of these other places and see if it would make a difference.
That's
You
got to
know,
be your call on where you
Go ahead,
put it.
Danny.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I just saying that's got to be your call. That's not our job to tell you where to put them. Your marketing would show that. But
The only thing
they're working.
Yeah, the only thing I would say is this. Since I-69 opened up to Collierville, there is a ton of Memphis traffic on that stretch of I-69 from South Haven to Collierville. And you've got so much, you know, and Memphis is, here we go again. They're playing leapfrog. They're building like crazy right down 69 south, and they're going south. So got a ton of traffic there. Anyway, we're not against anything. I guess we just wanted to hear that. Anything else you want to talk about as far as the city? I know we got the spec building thing going on.
Can we put the
And,
tourism budget up, Michelle?
Say that again?
I was asking Michelle, can we put the tourism budget up? Sure.
Yeah,
You're muted.
let me share my screen.
Hannah, while we were doing that, we're seeing an influx downtown of Hernando and South Haven
Fernando and South Haven. Okay.
and Memphis and all the way to Jackson, Tennessee. It's amazing. It's amazing.
I know some people in Jackson, Tennessee that make regular pilgrimages to Oxford. And, you know, I think if you've got something, you start getting them, they come on this way because it's just a bunch of women that come shopping.
Sure.
Mhm.
Right.
Anyway,
So
Hannah,
thi-
this is our whole tourism budget. You know, our tourism revenue last year with everything is like $1,483,000, just the taxes, or that's where we're projecting it to go. And of that, we give 543,000 to the chamber. And then the rest of it is we spread it out pretty good all over Cleveland. The Grammy Museum gets the next biggest chunk. They get 300,000, and they are actually operating at a positive role, but they're using that to promote themselves even more, and that's even helping your cause as well.
Yeah, because a lot of the marketing that we actually do for Visit Cleveland, oftentimes we're pushing pictures of downtown or pictures of Grammy.
Okay. And then the rest of it goes to the Railroad Museum. But you know, when we first started this thing, that fund was bringing in about 20 years ago, was bringing in $300,000 a year. It's amazing.
It really is.
Yeah.
One thing
All
I
right.
want to ask, and y'all might have, I'm sorry I was late getting on here. You got an employee leaving has been a great person taking people around from France, from Spain, bringing them through the area. Are you actively pursuing someone now?
I am. At this particular moment, I have interviewed 3 candidates. I don't have. I have a few more interviews to schedule, so I'm not ready to say that we found someone yet. But I am in the interview process, and I hope that it won't take very long. I want to be sure that we've got someone that has strong like digital marketing piece, but also understands the working with boards and committees and collaboration among all of our key tourism partners, whether that be Grammy, BPAC, Delta Arts Alliance, the Train Museum, all of those, because we all have to be working together. So pretty much they've got to be able to have that strong digital marketing, and they've also got to have the piece that works collaboratively with our partners.
And you're doing a great job with that. Thank you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And yes, we will continue to do the FAM tours that you mentioned, Danny, where we bring in travel writers and people like that. That will continue. Will continue. As a matter of fact, there, if you look at the document I sent over, you'll actually see there's actually a line item for events and FAM, and that's the type of thing that that we'll spend those dollars on is when we have people here. We want to put them at the Cotton House, and we want to, take them to all the places so that they go back later and put on their YouTube channel or write up in all of their blogs and that sort of thing, all about how wonderful their visit was.
Right. One last thing that I wonder if that is that
Are we on YouTube, Michelle? Are we on? Okay.
There's lots of and
Didn't show this time.
every now and then we find other people's YouTube videos where they've come in and we didn't even know they were coming. They just stopped in and did there was one like a week or 2 ago that we had no idea anything about, but someone tipped us off that they found it and they had just been in town.
Yeah. The last thing I want to mention, I'm gonna shut up. The buses, the only complaint and people keep talking to me about downtown, and I explain to them we get what we get, but the Sunday buses don't do us any good because we're closed. But we have, again, I understand we're a stop. If there's any way we can work around that, or we can talk to our merchants about opening from 1 to 5 or something. I mean,
you could just open.
That's the point.
Well, we do send out, hopefully you're receiving those emails. Maybe Spence may be getting them. I'm not 100% sure, but we send out notices any day that we know the boats are coming. All of downtown gets a notice that they're coming, even if
that's where your downtown
kind of already set.
Your downtown committee could help. Your downtown committee could help because one person opening If Heidi's opens and nobody else does, they're not going. Everybody needs to be open, or everybody needs to close. Excuse me, I didn't mean to. I've got a weird something going on.
We're having a little reverb from somewhere. I don't know
Yeah.
what's there.
I apologize. I was not trying to interrupt you. Thank
It's
you.
probably your pacemaker.
Mine or Danny's? Or both?
All right, Hannah, what else you got? You got about 10 minutes.
Okay, the other, of course, the other big thing has to do with the spot at the airport, the dirt work that we need to do there. We've got with your $25,000, we'll be able to do $100,000 worth of earthwork. MDA is committed to 50,000 and Cooperative Energy has committed to 25,000. So we've got 75 in their money and 25 in ours, or yours, I should say. And we'll be able to do a 50. Josh tells us we ought to be able to do a 50,000 square foot dirt pad. I do need to talk with you guys, whoever's the right person to talk to, about where we want to put that. So be thinking about that. We'll be ready to pull the trigger on moving forward with bidding that out here pretty soon. So think about where on that 20 acres we need to put it.
Yeah, and I think the answer to that question is you need to talk to the airport. We need to get the airport committee involved in it, and we need to get Josh McPherson involved with it, because whoever's going out there, it needs to be an ingress and egress issue, for them to have smooth entrance and ability to leave. And the other thing is to make sure we do it to where we don't impair further development.
Right.
Okay,
right.
So I'd say, Mayor, who you think other than Josh and the?
I would think Josh would be able, and if he saw any need for anyone else, I would think Josh could handle.
All right.
Josh is well aware. He and I have talked back and forth about whether it makes more sense to locate the dirt work further north, or whether it makes more sense to put it south. Obviously, we'd probably want to do it right there on the runway I guess the runway is the right word, I suppose. Right there on the new access area.
Inside the fence.
There you go. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we would definitely want to do that.
But I believe between Josh and Clint, that would be the.
Okay. Josh and Clint.
Yeah. Who is our representative on the airport now?
Oh, we don't have one at the moment.
Okay. All right. And the reason I asked that question, Hannah, whoever the mayor appoints would also be involved in that.
Was Kurt.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we certainly want to get started on that. We certainly want to continue the work around sports facilities. That's obviously we still have work to do on that. But I'm excited about that. I think that would be a new stream of tourists, ones that we're not currently capturing. And I feel like we're a good location. I feel like we would be able to bring tournaments there. We'll just have to figure all of it out. I did shift some things around this year. So the welcome home designation that we have through MDA, which is what's formerly been referred to as our retirement community certification, which to some degree it still is, but MDA they kind of keep being wishy-washy about what that really means. Ultimately, I think they want to recruit workforce to the state of Mississippi, but they also are still looking at recruiting retirees to the state. So it's sort of becoming a hybrid retirement / in general recruitment arm. I did this year move some of that because honestly, if we're just talking, I would tell you that I did not necessarily think that the $20,000 that is required for Welcome Home through MDA, we were using it to the best of our ability, doing specifically those type of recruitment efforts. So I did move a lot of what we're doing with Delta State into that program area, because a lot of who we really could recruit, whether it's a retiree or just an alumni, in my opinion, would be former Delta State students. And so you will see some shifts in those programs this year. And it's really just a matter of, when you're looking at the budget, what bucket I'm saying we're spending the money on. But I did want you to know, and remember that part of that is just the deal that we have with MDA in order to maintain that certification.
That was just a dues.
Basically, they do even allow for about $4,000 to count towards salaries. And so I get part of that is because MDA knows they don't want to say you can do this, but we're not going to pay if you're not willing to invest in an actual person to do it. It's minimal dollars. $4,000 obviously wouldn't give you a full-time person or anything like that, but we can at least offset some of that. So I've tried really hard to make those dollars count for things that we would really want it to count for as a community. And I can't imagine that Delta State's not a better way to use those resources than just, for example, MDA likes for us to go to the New England states to recruit. But really and truly, if you look at visitation data and migration patterns, the type of people who move to Mississippi are more likely to be from Texas than they are from the New England states. So I appreciate the fact that they want to bring the folks from up north down here, but at the same time, it may or may not be realistic from a results perspective. So we're kind of aligning a lot of our tourism marketing with our welcome home marketing, because I just think it makes more sense.
Very good.
Legislative visits are coming up, so I'll also be in touch with y'all. We've got a number of legislators interested in visiting Cleveland and Bolivar County, so I'll be in touch with y'all to build some of those itineraries as we get a little bit closer to the actual visits.
We want to keep them coming.
Absolutely. And we will continue our agreement. Another kind of big chunks of money that we spend. We'll continue our lobbyist agreement with 10-1 Strategies. Most of y'all have probably met Kelly Kress since she's from here. She was Kelly Davis. She and Jordan Coopwood do a good job helping us. And then we'll continue our contract with Andy Patera. I feel like we're doing some good work around workforce development with him. Y'all have any suggestions or thoughts for me? Because I'm open to doing whatever I just want to be a good partner. So
yeah, just a reminder to the board, Thursday afternoon, tomorrow afternoon. What time?
3
o'clock. Hannah is doing her groundbreaking for the spec building. Every one of us is invited to attend, and it's going to be good. It's going to be good because she's had lots of opportunities over the last year, but every one of these people are looking for a building, and we're fixing to give them a building to look at.
Well, and I can tell you that we have commitments from our partners at Entergy that they will be on site. It is really awesome that Bill Cork, the head of MDA, has agreed to come and speak and seems to be very excited. Just so happened to need a place to do a 2 o'clock Zoom call tomorrow. So of course I offered our boardroom in downtown Cleveland, because I sure would hate for him to just come down Highway 61 to the industrial park and leave. So I am making sure that he's having to come to downtown Cleveland. Thank you, Michelle, for getting everything like spruced up so that we look good for tomorrow.
Yeah, so is that going to be after the groundbreaking?
Before.
No, he's coming here first.
Okay.
He's coming here first, and then because I don't know, I'm not sure that he's been here before, but he is, he's going to actually follow me since we don't have a street address for the spec building, and he's not sure where to go. I was going to drop him a pin, but his secretary wanted to know if he could just follow me, and I said, of course. And so I will be sure to bring him down our brand new heavy duty access road and right into the, right from beautiful downtown Cleveland, right to where
Don't lose him. Don't lose him.
I won't. I won't. I'm actually glad. I'm going to invite him to ride with me, and then he'll have 2 times to ride downtown Cleveland and offer to show him anything else he might like to see while he's here. But I also know he's super busy, and I can't honestly even believe that he's coming to speak. It's
great,
especially in about 10 days. So,
well, I know good things are happening. We appreciate it, and just keep us in the loop.
Okay. Let me know if y'all have any more questions or thoughts or suggestions. I'm always open.
Thank you, Hannah.
Thank you,
Okay.
Hannah.
Bye,
Thank
y'all.
you.
Thank you.
Well, look at Robert, he ain't in his truck. Look, there he is.
No, Gary been watching hard, Paul. So I decided to
We got a tracker on you.
Okay. All right. Michelle, anything that we have not completed other than HR? Is that a yes, we have not, or yes,
Park.
we don't, or your head is just bobbing? Because we can't hear words you're saying.
Sorry,
Park Commission.
y'all probably like that.
Well, it was kind of quiet.
We need to revisit the park fund.
No, we don't.
Flash and
Oh,
burn.
we need a transfer from tourism to
That's
offset
correct.
for $60,000 or whatever.
So, I removed the trailer. There
Are
were
we,
a couple
are we
things.
doing the mowers or are we scratching the mowers?
My personal, if we can leave the mowers in there at the moment or put them in the bond fund, but let's hold off on the mowers till we decide which way. You know, because we talked about getting Public Works maybe to do the outside mowing and just
Yep.
the Park Commission doing the fields. If we do that, and that, I don't know if we can justify two more mowers if the Public Works is going to bush it, do the outside of the field mowing.
Well,
That's going
I
to be a
agree.
question for Steve-O that he got the manpower and equipment to be able to do that too, right?
Excuse me?
I mean, we'll need to check with Steve-O too, right?
Right, and that's what, I don't know the answer to that question, to Marcy's question about the mowers.
I have talked to Steve-O. I talked to him last night. And they do assist somewhat with a bush hog now, but they don't. He doesn't have a finish mower that he can pull behind his tractor. All he has is a bush hog. So if they assist with the mowing, then they're just going to be on zero turns, just like the Park Commission is now, which will not speed up the process.
No, and that is totally inefficient.
Right.
Well, before we buy the mowers, why don't we see if we're better off buying a finished mower to pull for them, for Public Works to pull behind? We
Yeah.
don't want the grass all just bush hogged out there where
So
people.
in my conversation with Steve-O, he suggested that the Park Commission request a tractor this year as opposed to mowers. I guess to get something to mow, like their bigger areas. That was the way I understood it. I don't know what that costs. I have no idea.
What about if we just leave the money in there and we just say until we just see which way we're going? How about Gary? Does that work for you?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Really needed the
We
mower.
just leave a sum in there, but don't say it's going to be these two mowers. If Steve-O's saying maybe the Park Commission needs a tractor mower more than two more Z-cut or Z-drive mowers.
Well, we may end up, I just say take them off. We may end up redoing Steve-O's mower. It may give Steve-O another employee and take one away from the Park Commission. You know, if we're going to do all this grass cutting, why does he need so many people?
Well, true. But does that mean?
I'd say take the mowers off until we can rethink it.
Yes, sir.
He didn't act like they were required. He's got two mowers. He just said they weren't as good. Right?
Yeah.
I agree, Marcy. He didn't really say anything was wrong with his. He just wanted some new ones.
Everybody wants new stuff. Okay.
What's that get us to? 28 or 18?
Excuse me?
Scroll down, lady.
Give me a minute.
You got all day.
Yeah, none of the time.
30 more.
61.
Okay, now go up real quick.
How far? Keep
Okay,
going.
he's put a bunch of money in. He's got an extra $5,000 of athletic equipment. Take $2,500 out of that.
Mm,
Why don't you take 2,500 out of that concession stand labor, because it's not doing a very good job.
At least that.
They ain't doing
Or,
nothing.
yeah, or 5,000 out of
Yeah.
it.
5,000.
Yeah.
I mean, if it gets a bunch of tournaments and we have to have it, we can work with it. But there's no sense just putting it in.
I
Which is
said
it, 2,500 or 5,000?
5,000.
5,000.
5,000.
I've got a solution for the concession stand.
Can you save it?
For executive?
Kate, can you save it for another discussion?
Oh yeah, you already have it text to you.
Oh, okay. All right. All I'm saying is
Slow down one minute. What
we ain't
was,
gonna we can't solve that problem today. Is all
No,
I'm saying.
no, I don't want to.
Oh, I'm trying to think what else did he do?
The umpires.
It's not that much in where he is.
No, I tell you the other thing I didn't understand. He increased his spraying expenses by almost $8,000, and then he turned around and spent more money on chemicals in another line item.
Marcy brought that up, I think, basically.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Well,
what he does, so I don't really know.
I think,
Did we
Well,
have
we
quotes
pay
on that?
somebody to spray, and then they also
All right.
apparently do some spot spraying.
now, hang on, now this is contracted services, not just spraying. So
Okay,
this,
all right,
there's other things in that
all
than
right.
spraying.
Then
So he
forget my
didn't give
comment.
us an idea of why he increased it then. Just because he spent more, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, that's just his general contracted services. His spraying is a contract.
Yes.
That's the amount of his spraying. It's 44,000. It's quoted and it's in Dropbox. So he wasn't increasing for his spraying. That's his
Okay.
contract. And then they have to have, I think it's other chemicals that there's other chemicals they have to get other than what.
What's your bottom number now?
Negative 30.
Should
Okay.
be
24.
Take transfer.
25.
Yeah, we got to move on. Transfer $30,000 from
30.
tourism. Transfer, yeah, because let your balance be something. Transfer 30 from tourism, and let's move on. We got too much.
Gary, you're not very loud.
No, you're
Is your
not.
mic
Ma'am?
is your mic in the right place?
Oh, no, how's it now?
No, can we hear you?
Is that better?
Yeah.
It's in here, Gary.
I could hear me. I moved my mic because I was eating on something and I didn't want to be smacking over the phone.
We appreciate that.
Thank you. Yes. All right. So now we've got all our funds balanced except the general fund.
General fund's balanced.
Yeah, it is, but it's suffering.
Okay, everything is positive. This is your fund balance. Everything is now positive.
So we've got a projected decrease in cash of about what's that? About 700,000.
No,
Okay.
this is
And that's not going to happen. Okay.
right.
All right, folks. Let's get to the ugly part now.
Well, let me ask you this. So are y'all going to leave y'all never said for sure you're going to leave the full 60 in there for billboards. That was what you were on the fence on.
I would say leave it.
You know, I think Hannah's she's justifying her cost.
Leave it. Leave it.
All right. So here's a couple of other things that were last year. you reduced farmer's market. They requested 15,231. You only gave them 10. So are you gonna give them the amount they requested, the 15, or are you gonna give them the
Yeah.
same appropriation
Can
from
we
last
see
year?
where our
What they
overall
asked for?
bottom line is? Do we need to be adjusting things for?
No, I'm just asking, do you wanna give them the increase?
10 worked well for them last year. I'd stay there.
I
Stay
said we
at 10?
what we did last year.
10?
Yes.
I think we need to give them a little increase. I mean, anybody who's ridden through Cleveland on Saturday morning,
Right.
it is absolutely remarkable.
Can we scroll down again and let me see, like, are we trying to,
No, the
Then-
fund is fine, but it's just about whether or not you want,
want to do it?
right.
What about meet them in the middle, give them 12.5.
There you go.
That's fine. I agree with that.
By the time I get up and go down there, there ain't nothing there.
I'll make that change. All right. Same thing on the Glenn Family Foundation. They requested 12, but in the past y'all done 10. Are you gonna give them the increase?
They do a great job.
They did.
They,
I wonder what it costs to do that event.
They gave a very lengthy, presentation in your packet.
Yes.
it's,
Well, why not just meet them in the middle too and do 11?
Agree.
Okay. I'll make those changes as well. All right. I think those were the only other increases, as far as external organizations.
Did Tricia request an increase?
You know what? I think she did. Let me go
Big
back.
front porch, and it's worth it. I think she went from 65 to 78 or 70 to 78.
No, it was not that big. It was a very small increase. She
Is
did.
that $400?
It was
How
what?
400.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Yeah,
Yeah, it was very small.
Okay. Worth it.
Okay.
And I don't have to step out of the room because I don't get paid.
Well, I think y'all aren't voting right now.
I understand.
Hey, you pay for what you get for what you pay, I guess.
There you go. Amen, bro.
All right. So,
No, we appreciate it. I promise you. Hey, I do have one thing to say.
uh-huh.
I have seen sometimes they have music that at the place in Boyle, and I said something to Billy one time about it.
Every Thursday night.
I know, but we shouldn't be paying for her to send somebody to Boyle.
There was. Let me explain that to you. I called her about it, and I said same thing you said. We don't do that. She said there was a conflict with the people here in town. I think it was Airport Grocery. Someone decided they didn't want to do it for a few weeks, and she needed to continue paying her the group to set things up and whatnot. So I think she's gotten the message, but I will mention that to her.
It was just to fill in.
It was a fill in. All it was. It's not supposed to be on the regular schedule.
Okay, because I know it did say whatever she calls it. I forgot what she called it.
Deep
roots.
Yeah.
But I'll if it's okay, I'll have that conversation. She knows where we stand.
Are we ready to go into executive session for employee action
Are you
items?
sad? Let's look at. Can we look at the general fund just 1 second?
Absolutely.
I just want to see what the bottom line looks like.
Can we look at the bond fund too?
Okay.
Y'all mind?
Do y'all want to look at the bond schedule again?
Which one,
Yeah,
Paul?
yeah, the bond schedule, not the bond.
Okay.
While we were talking, I went in and plugged in the land acquisition.
All right. Don't,
Go back to the budget for a second. Where?
For the
back to
general fund. Because there's something, there's gonna be a big impact to that if y'all, we might have to look at this again after. Because this is where we were after merit and cost of living last year.
That's where, what?
we were at 3.4 last year.
Mm-hmm. But
Yeah.
it was after everything was.
Yeah,
factored
I know it. But look how you ended up this year.
in. I know.
Okay, you ended up $1.2 million more than that.
I
So
know.
we don't need to beat ourselves to death too bad.
Okay.
Hey, just on that bond schedule, before you go to it, take the word airport out of that, please.
On the bond schedule?
Down there where it says land acquisition,
Oh, gotcha.
just eliminate that word.
Make it land only.
Just land acquisition. Thank you.
This is, FYI, this is internal.
'cause- No, I'm just saying that is purely an executive session item, and we don't need to be. It don't need to be
Yeah.
something we talk about right now.
Gotcha.
Okay. So Paul, we're right at 2 million, and we just, we can put a little bit more in one of those line items, and because what will happen is, if we have an excess, Michelle will we get back with the board and we'll allocate it to something where we need it.
Do what now? Say that again?
I mean, yeah, if you want to just round it up to 2 million, put it just whatever.
Yeah. What I was saying, Michelle, is just we're going to take one of the line items, whether it's City Hall, remodeling or whatever, and just increase it.
I'd put it in City Hall renovations. That'd be an easy place you'll know where it is. By the
I have enough there.
You can just you can have the 54 cents.
Thanks.
Did we ever establish with Christian? Are we going to do Ruby Park or are we going to do Sterling Anderson Park? It sounds like they've been asking for Sterling Anderson longer than all of a sudden we jump up and we're doing Ruby. And
well,
Robert, do you have an opinion? Or Ted, are you on here?
Ted?
He's gone to run his bus route.
Okay, Ted was pretty adamant that the money needed to be spent at Sterling Anderson.
I wanted to see where these parks were.
Before he left, to be sure and say that. So.
Okay, so.
All right, listen, for everybody's sake, will somebody pull that up on a Google map so we can see where these two parks are?
But I need to point out to y'all that you don't have that in the bond fund at all. So we
did have one of them in there. We had Ruby.
It's on here as
it was never added.
We never added it.
You didn't move it to the bond.
Okay, I thought it got moved over.
Mm-mm.
No.
No, that was.
Put it in there.
Well, I will say Ruby Park is a lot smaller than Sterling Anderson.
I've been down there 1,000 times with the fire department. I didn't realize there was a park down there until I finally found it on Google Maps.
You mean on Ruby?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right across the same. Our church, if you go there, that's
It's about a lot is all it is.
It's,
ain't it, Robert?
it's the size of a residential
Yeah,
household.
I looked at it yesterday. Ain't nothing to it.
So if Sterling, if this same playground equipment is used, if this quote is used for Sterling Anderson, is it going to be enough playground equipment?
That's good. That's a good amount of playground equipment for any
It
kid.
was.
I think.
Because Sterling Anderson is the one that we've had, we had a visitor come a couple of times.
Yes.
He
asking
ain't
for
gonna do
rename.
nothing. He ain't gonna do nothing.
no, it was a lady. She was asking for upgrades to
Oh.
Sterling Anderson Park.
Oh yeah.
Where is that again now? I can't find it.
Is that the woman who ran against Ted?
Yeah. But
Okay.
you look at it in terms of what we can do. If we can, salvage some a little bit there for Ruby, it won't take much for Ruby. I mean,
I've got them both pulled up if you want to look at them.
You want me to
Yeah, do it. Yeah, do it.
Where's
let me stop my share so you can.
Oh, it's in the bond thing.
Okay, Brian, you can share.
All right, so this is Sterling Anderson. It's the one that's got the wading pole on it and the basketball courts.
Yeah, I think that's is it? Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
I don't see anything.
But see, all those swings are broken.
Well, you won't get a good look at it by the photos anyway. You might not be able to see all the things that's transpiring by the photo.
And then this is Ruby Street.
Yeah, that's Ruby.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know where you could spend $40,000 on Ruby Street.
No, I don't. That's what I'm saying, Paul. It's not going to take a lot for Ruby. That's real minor. That's so minor. You just upgrade the little equipment that we have there, unless you want to enhance a little bit. But other than that, it's not a lot.
There's nothing but 2 seesaws and a swing set, isn't it? That's all.
That's about it.
Yeah, that's about all out there. Yeah.
Isn't Ruby Street isn't that part less than a block from Highway 61?
Right.
No, it's past. It's between Chrisman and North Sharp. I just don't feel like that's a very big neighborhood. You can't have a lot of kids there.
You don't have a lot. Just people come from the church. The St. Peter's Rock Church comes over there, and they've always interacted when they have activities out there.
Well,
I see some bouncy horses or something back there, and a bouncy fish or something.
Yeah, that equipment is so old you won't be able to tell it because it's so old. And just haven't had anything done to it.
mm-hmm.
But we can always look at cost cutting measures, see what's available for it now. It's a lot of things you can put out there now that need to be upgraded and cost a lot less.
Maybe
This playground equipment is very expensive.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Playground equipment is very expensive, and now you probably couldn't even put equipment out there without the right stuff underneath it.
Exactly.
We're going to put
gonna
pea
be
gravel and
expensive.
everything else underneath them like you do now.
I'm real
I
surprised.
don't think they use pea gravel anymore.
They don't? What do they put under
No,
there?
it's like that rubberized. It
Chopped
looks like
rubber.
bark, but it's rubberized bark.
Yeah.
Can't we repair and paint what we have?
There's nothing else painting.
Not at Ruby, but he was saying at Sterling he was going to put new swings and paint.
He ain't gonna do it unless you put a statue of him and change the name of the park.
No, Christian.
She's talking about Christian.
Oh,
Christian was.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that.
Oh, he's talking about Christian too.
Yeah, Christian was going to put new swings and paint at Sterling and put
Well,
this playground
that's-
equipment at Ruby.
That looks like pea gravel right there. That's going to have to
Yes.
come out.
You can still
We're
use
gonna
pea
redo
gravel. It's just got to be a certain depth, and all of our parks need that fixed. We had an issue, or we've commented on an issue at Bear Pen. There's nothing, which I don't know if he's done it in the last 2 months, but I told him you have to have a certain amount of inches of whatever the covering is. And it can be pea gravel, or it can be mulch, or it can be the foam stuff, but you can do any of it.
All right.
You
This,
probably could
the
have
one
backed
for
up and
the,
got a shovel and got all the gravels on the outside of that
I know.
boulder and put it back
the
in there.
Ruby Park one is estimated for engineered wood fiber. So it's like fake mulch looking stuff.
It probably hasn't been done in the last couple of months because it's not in their budget.
Well, but it's required by law, so it needs to get
Right.
done.
Okay, I'll
Right.
tell you what. Let's just put something in there. When Ted, I can tell you, both of these are in Ted's ward, are they not?
No,
Yes.
Ruby's in my ward.
Oh, is it?
Okay. Are you as strong? Do you feel as strong about it as Ted does?
Well, Ted, no. Ted, Sterling Anderson's priority. I will say that. I give that
I
top.
think Ted has caught a lot of flack because of Sterling Anderson.
Yeah.
And so I think if we fix something up there, it will give him some relief. But can we just do this? Can we just put it in the budget and put it in the bond and figure out what? And then you're gonna have to take that 25,000 out of City Hall. You just put in there, and we got to
And
steal.
add
Some, we got to steal some money from somewhere else.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm just curious that Sterling Anderson has the same stuff that Fireman's Park has. What's the issue with it?
Same what?
Same equipment as Fireman's Park. Do we want more? Is it,
Sterling Anderson. I thought all that stuff was wore out.
no, it looks just like fireman.
I wouldn't say it's all worn out. It needs some enhancement, but it's not all wore out. But now we need to make sure the East Side Park is over there too. We still got some more.
That's what I was thinking about Sterling Anderson. I thought it just needed like
Upgrade.
Might need some
new swings, painting. That I thought, and that kind of stuff.
It's
And,
got the nice plastic slides, just like
mhm.
I don't know where they all are.
I think that's all Sterling Anderson needs.
You don't put a lot of things down. You're not gonna get a lot of participation. And that's not me to say that's pinboard, but at the same time,
This picture is also a year old, so
yeah.
How old?
like Google Map is a year old. But I would say, like adding some equipment or something. I just wasn't sure what we were thinking about.
Yeah.
I mean, from
Not
listening to
replacing
Ted,
it.
it was nothing there.
No, it's there, Gary. We will have to take a visit. If you want to take a ride down there, we can
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. It sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Is
hadn't
that-
ridden down there in a long
I feel
time.
like I'm looking at Fireman's. Am I looking at the right thing? Yeah, it's even got a gazebo building thing, just like Fireman's Park.
It does.
Yeah.
What was the other one you said, Robert? East Side Park?
East Side Park. Yeah.
Where is that? What does it look like?
That's right there. And it looks great. That's where our basketball courts are. We had tennis courts at one time, then we turned into basketball courts. And basically trying to do is we need some benches out there. Now, that's one of the things East Side Park definitely needs. They don't have any benches.
All right, let's put something in the budget and move on. We can figure out where it's going to go later.
I could just put park.
Yeah, just put park improvements.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we'll put playground improvements. So we'll know what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Moving along.
So now, do you want that amount in there that he had budgeted for that playground? Because you got to find $21,000 somewhere.
Show me.
Huh?
You said we got to find 7 more thousand?
21.
21,000.
Oh, 21. Okay. Okay.
If you want to stay at 2.
That's why I said show us the schedule.
Right here. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I not sharing it?
No, ma'am.
Well, I was.
You thought I was just being hard to get along with.
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time.
Okay, take it off the fire truck now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay, I missed it. Where'd you take it from that made that balance?
Hey, look, just go down there where you got land acquisition.
Mhm.
Okay, just take it out of there because we're gonna find some more money. We're gonna do something. We'll make it. We'll make that thing work. I hate to keep saying this right now. Our job is to make this budget work.
No, but
Like-
you're right. I mean, and honestly, there might be, like, I might be
Yeah.
able to reallocate funds from another bond year.
Exactly, because I mean we don't have any clue what that's gonna cost us.
That's true.
We're just
That's-
putting some
that's
money.
just an
All we're doing
estimate.
is putting some money aside.
We're
Mhm.
still live now, aren't we?
We are, yes, sir.
All right, Mayor, you got anything else?
No, I do not.
Okay,
All right. Now
All
we are ready to
Let's
go
go.
into.
let's go into executive session. Yes.
Fine.
I'd like to make a motion, we consider entering into executive session for, employee action items.
So moved.
Second,
So
Jamie,
moved.
all those in favor?
Ah,
I'd like to make a motion, we enter executive session for the same.
So moved.
Second, Danny, all in favor?
Aye.